abortion's got to go. Hey, hey. Abolition, abortion. Join the fight. Join the fight. Life is a lie. Babies never choose to die. Pro-life is a lie. Babies never choose to die. Pro-life is a lie. Babies never choose to die. Pro-life is a lie. Babies never. Black babies matter. 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 Black babies matter.
I'm pissed the fuck off. I'm enraged. I'm devastated.
What do you think is going to happen now?
I think people need to come out on the streets. It sounds like what's next, according to Clarence Thomas, is gay rights. This is the baby steps to fascism we've been expecting. It's time to rise up.
And there are other critical rights that are potentially going to be taken away, like LGBTQIA. What are your feelings about that?
Disgusting, deplorable. The illegitimate Supreme Court is overreaching in every way. They need to be investigated, and they need to get our rights off of our rights, their hands off of our rights.
What are your feelings about the court members in particular? Barrett, Kavanaugh, Gorsuch.
Barrett's connected to the People of Praise cult and wants to make this country a kingdom of God. Clarence Thomas and Jenny Thomas are insurrectionists. Brett Kavanaugh's a fucking rapist. Neil Gorsuch stole his seat from the Obama administration, from Merrick Garland. Roberts is useless. He doesn't do anything to fucking help. I'm done with them all. They need to be investigated. And they lied about not touching Roe. They lied in their oath about not touching Roe.
Jenny Thomas is knee-deep in alligators with the insurrection. What are your feelings about Thomas and his ethics with his wife?
I don't think I don't think anybody should be allowed to sit on the Supreme Court whose wife tried to overthrow our government.
Dobbs' decision was just ruled on, and what are your feelings about that?
We've been fighting this for a while now, and we are just going to continue to fight. You know, we're heartbroken for the women that are going to face all of the repercussions of this decision today. And it's not going to be anybody they know, but it's somebody you know, and somebody they know, and somebody everybody else knows. And they're going to suffer immense consequences. They're not without health care anymore, and they're going to die without it. Some of these in marginalized communities, and poor communities, and black communities especially. Women all over this country are going to feel the effects of this immediately.
70% of Americans feel that abortion should be allowed in some form. What do you think that says to this court?
America is supposed to be for the people, by the people. And this is not for the people, nor is it by the people. We are in charge of our government. In the Constitution, it says that we must overthrow it if it is not looking to our needs and our requests, and I think that day has come.
Joseph, Dobbs just ruled against Roe versus Wade. What are your feelings and what are your comments about this day?
I'm mad, I'm upset, but I'm upset at the fact that the majority of people who believe in access and abortion is a fundamental right in this country have been told that their voices do not matter. They've been told that black women's lives do not matter. They've been told that trans lives do not matter. They've been told that every right that we have in this country as human beings protected under a constitutional amendment is not matter. And that's the sad part of this country. We're not going back to the days of 50 years ago where people had to go into secrecy in order to have these. We have come a long way, and we will not go back. We won't be silenced anymore. We just won't.
Your sign says forced birth is enslavement. That goes in line with some other comments that you made previously.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that?
Yes. Whenever you take away a person's ability and a person's right to choose, that is oppression. And the Bible clearly says that we are supposed to correct oppression in this country. and we have failed. By the Democrats failing to codify Roe, they have failed to protect the oppressed people in this country. By the Supreme Court, who just decided to overturn Roe v. Wade, a president that they said was a president under oath. They have lied to this country. They've lied to the American people. Not only did they lie to the American people, but they lied under oath, and it should be properly investigated.
What do you think can be done to remedy it?
We can talk about the legitimacy of this court all day long. The fact of the matter remains, when Donald Trump was elected into office, we didn't fight like hell. We didn't say anything. We went away in the dark. We mourned quietly, and we let Donald Trump have his way. And in that instance, Donald Trump put 3 people in the Supreme Court. They stole a seat from President Obama, and again, Democrats did nothing but lay over and allow them to just take that seat. So we can talk about the illegitimacy of it, but we can also talk about the lack that the Democrats did to fight against this illegitimate court.
You're a minister,
I am.
And you feel that rights, previously you said that rights for taken away from one are rights taken away from all. Can you elaborate on that too?
Yes. So as a minister, we have rights in this country. Some rights are not written. Our right to choose. We get to choose which religion we like to be a part of. I'm not Catholic. I used to be Catholic, but I chose to be Baptist. There are people who choose every day, from paganistry to everything else, but they have that ultimate choice. It is not a written choice, but they have that right to choose. It's a freedom that we accept in this country. And so when you start to take those, we have a right to love who we want. You know, I didn't think we had to have a constitutional amendment for you to be able to love who the hell you want to love in this country, until it had to come down from the Supreme Court. Do you think when the Democrats was in office doing that, do you think the Republicans weren't planning about taking that away? That's what they're thinking about next. Clarence Thomas has already made it freaking clear. This is not just a fight that they want to take. They want to take away every right that they're coming after Black lives. Miranda case affects Black people. We fail to realize Black and brown bodies every day drop. And this is just another drop. It's another word of saying that the United States doesn't care about us.
Yesterday, the Supreme Court ruled in New York on a handgun law, taking the autonomy of a state to decide how to license handguns.
I couldn't understand that. They trust the states when it comes to abortion rights, but they don't trust the states when it comes to gun rights. They need to pick a lane and freaking stay in it. How can you say the states can control gun laws or abortion rights, but then when the states take it into their own hand and say that gun rights in this country are this and that, then you say the state has no choice in that matter. Pick a side, freaking stay in it, because I chose my side, and my side is pro-choice for life.
You could say that gun laws are a healthcare issue as well as laws restricting abortion.
Let's talk about it being a healthcare issue. It is one of the worst public health safety issues in America. A man, 18 years old, took a military-grade weapon, walked into an elementary school, and shot poor children. Their health care mattered. Their lives mattered. In a grocery store in Buffalo, New York, where Black people look just like me, were just grocery shopping, trying to make sure they had food on their table. A white man walked into that store and shot them with a military-grade weapon. This is a public health crisis that they need to think about. They don't need to talk about abortion rights and the right to choose. They need to talk about the rights that people have, that mental health issues, when you can walk into a school, when you can walk into a grocery store and not feel safe in this country. It's not right.
Thank you, Joseph.